it is. I hope you're ready to start our next lesson. We are going to be talking about complementary colors. Complementary colors are colors that look bright and the best when they are next to each other. And the way that you find them is by using the color wheel, okay? So if we pretended like each one of these colors in our color wheel were houses, the house across the street would be its complementary color, okay? So if I were trying to find the complement of yellow, I would simply go across the color wheel, and there it is, violet. Okay, so when violet or purple, violet is just an art word, these two colors look best and brightest when they're next to each other. So let's talk about red. Here it is on the color wheel. We'd simply go across, and the complement of red is green. They are exact opposites of each other and make each other look their boldest and brightest. But for our lesson, we are going to practice mixing complementary colors together, which creates neutrals. So let's get started. The materials that you're going to need are a cup of water, a paintbrush, preferably a larger one, your paint set. You only need the rainbow colors, no black, no brown. You'll need oil pastels. If you don't have oil pastels, you can use crayons in white and brown. And you'll need a white piece of paper, 9 by 12. So we're going to fold our paper so that we have 3 boxes. So I am folding one side a little bit farther in from the middle, making sure I get a nice crease, open it up, and the other side you can line it up right with your crease and smooth down so that when you open you'll have 3 boxes. Next you're going to grab one of your oil pastels. I'm dividing my boxes so that you can see that I have 3, but if you don't want to do this step, if you don't want to separate the boxes, that's perfectly fine. We're going to use oil pastel, or remember I told you could use crayon, and add textural lines, because not only are we experimenting with complementary colors, but we're also going to be using this paper that we create to make an artwork out of it. And we'll definitely want texture to show. So you see I'm making just little curved lines. You could do polka dots, you could do wavy lines, just something to break up the space. Next, I'm going to do the same thing with my white crayon or oil pastel. So choose a different box, add your little lines or dots or squiggles to add texture. So before we paint, let's remind ourselves of how to find complementary colors. Take a look at your color wheel, find the color that's across from it, and those are your complements. I like to start with the lightest color, so I'm going to start with yellow first. I'm getting my watercolor nice and juicy. Never grinding my brush, but gently getting it ready to paint with. And then I'm going to quickly coat one section of my paper with yellow. Now, as you're working, you want to work quickly, but you want to make sure that you paint the entire thing. And you'll notice the section that I'm doing is where I used my white. So the white is resisting, it's pushing away some of the color so that it can see my texture lines. Now that I have the entire box coated with yellow, I'm going to get its complement ready which is purple or violet, and I'm going to mix the purple into the yellow. Now at first it might appear that it's just purple, but the more you stroke, the more the colors will blend together. So make sure that you really mix it well. So if you notice, I'm putting a little bit more yellow on top because I think some of my yellow dried up a little bit, and you'll notice that you start to get a neutral brownish gray kind of color.